That I needed to pursue my dreams, and I think America had offered me those opportunities that I didn't get back home. And so I had a good job with local government in South Africa, moved on here and started from scratch.
We decided to leave because there was just simply too much violent crime around us. We were living in Bryanston. We lost one of our neighbours. He was stabbed, and another of our neighbours was gang raped. My wife was caught up in a shootout just outside our house.
We started noticing a decline mainly in the hospitals.
Even in the schools.
In the schools.
En dit was die ander groot rede hoekom ek pad gegee het. Was ek het die hele paar keer geloop en werk soek. En as jy 'n blanke man was, kan jy vergeet om werk te kry. Ek het 2 seuns en ons het net besef dat daar is geen toekoms van nie. Dan loop hy met 'n doktersgraad rond, hy kan nie 'n werk kry nie.
Ons het net nie gesien 'n toekoms vir kinders in Suid-Afrika nie.
En ek het gesien my baas het vir my gesê, luister jy Heinrich, jy moet weet jy gaan nie 'n bevordering kry binne 10-15 jaar nie.
One of the reasons why we left South Africa is we have daughters and we just couldn't really see a future for them in South Africa.
So ek het nie regtig Suid-Afrika verlaat omdat ek kwaad was vir iets of ek het net gedink die geleenthede gaan nie daar wees nie.
Ons hoor al hoe meer en meer dat hulle aanvaar nie meer die grade van Suid-Afrika of nie. So ek is amper hartseer vir die kinders wat daar is. Jy weet, my kinders het die voorreg om hier te kan wees.
Just to know they can live in a country where there's so much security, law and order, respect for the law, and just basic human rights, democracy. Absolutely incredible.
Maar nou laat ek ouer is, verstaan ek hoekom my pa gekom het toe hy die kans gehad het, en dit is laat ons 'n baie beter opportunity het hierso met werks. Hierso kan ons regtig doen pretty much net wat ons wil.
The government that is running the country is not doing a good job.
En dit is wat my verskriklik kwaad maak. Is dat daar mense is wat daai land blind steel. En dan ook nie 'n bydrae maak. Want hulle kan nie, hulle het nie die vaardigheid. Dis nie hulle skuld nie.
Ek dink die veiligheidsaspek is 'n baie belangrike aspek. Ek meen dis 'n lekker land, ou is lief vir jou land, jy wil graag daar bly. Maar wat sit vir jou werd as jy nie jou lewe het?
Ek raak opgewerk en sê hier, kyk wat gebeur aan my volk. Kyk wat gebeur aan my volk. Daar's 'n volksmoord in die gang op die oomblik. Die hele wêreld kyk aan 'n pad. Ek vertel vir mense hiervan. Ek sien die mense se bane hang oop. Ek vertel vir hulle, ja, jy weet, dit is nie die Cinderella story die Mandela oorgelewe nie. Dit is wat die nuus wil hê wat in Suid-Afrika aangaan, maar die werklikheid is die werklikheid. Gaan kyk vir jouself.
But I really don't believe it's going to get as chaotic as Mozambique, Angola, Zimbabwe. I don't think so. It's a stunning country.
There's this edge, this don't trust anybody, and it's just uncomfortable, and I just feel very sorry for what's happened. I really do. It's heartbreaking.
En een van die dinge natuurlik, ek dink dat ons as Suid-Afrikaners nie altyd besef nie. Dis hartseer. Dis vir my baie hartseer. Maar ek het hier kom uitvind hoeveel vryheid ons in Suid-Afrika opgegee het. Weet, na 6 maande hier het kinders eers by die punt gekom. Ons was 6 maande hier, wat hulle by die punt gekom het wat hulle besef het, maar ons kan in die straat loop en ons hoef nie altyd om ons kyk en agter ons te kyk en daai klas moet. Dit is 6 maande gevat.
It's expensive, it's run down, it's just like any other black African state. Holes in the road, no markings. It's kind of sad.
I feel joyful, but I also feel sad when I go back because it's not the same place that I first went to. When I went to South Africa the first time, it was in 1984.
I think South Africa is a beautiful country, and it has beautiful people, whether they're black or colored or white. I think South Africans are one of the best races in the world.
Dis nog steeds makliker hier as om terug te gaan in Suid-Afrika en met absoluut omdat jy wit is, jy blank is, veral as jy man is, het jy baie min kans om 'n werk te gaan kry. En almal sê altyd, maar jy hoef nie verbaas te werk nie. Almal kan nie hulle eie besighede begin nie, jy weet.
En was dit nie vir die Afrikaner nie, dan was daar nie 'n Suid-Afrika nie. Daar sou nie 'n Suid-Afrika, geontwikkelde Suid-Afrika gewees het nie.
The change from let's say, a portion of the country being run by Europeans to the whole country being run by everyone, and the lack of education has been a big part of South Africa's downfall.
Really, it's just mismanagement of a country, mismanagement of government, mismanagement of micro-governments.
Somewhere between the apartheid era and the new government, something went wrong.
Earlier on, I've just returned from South Africa, where I went to see a friend who was hijacked and set alight. And the savagery of that is just something that you can't explain to anybody here. You can't believe it. You can't fathom it.
En die crime, ek het nog graag om tong aan tong te lewe. Daai tyd het ek gedog ek lewe na tronk. Ek so 3 jaar terug in Suid-Afrika was ek dink, wow. It's net barbed wire. Ek kan nie so lewe nie. Hierso letterlik, ek kan my garage deur ooplos met my motorfiets binne in die garage met my fiets en alles.
Ek het solid halfduim square steel bar is my diewering toe, né? Daai laaste keer toe hulle inbreek, toe breek hulle die muur om die diewering uit die muur uit te kry. Hulle breek my muur oop om in te kom.
But the side of me that didn't have a good feeling in the contrast to where I'm living now is obviously crime. Because there you do have to be vigilant. You have to have everything locked. You have to have your panic buttons and all these things. Whereas here, you don't have to be on your guard all the time. And I never knew as a woman what impact that actually had on me and my subconscious.
Well, there were a gang that came. We'd just come back and pulled up in the driveway, and there were probably about 6 that surrounded our car and told us to get out and took us inside and tied up Vic, and my daughter was there, my little baby was there, and I was taken upstairs, and yeah, it was not a very good experience. So
they put a gun at my head in front of my kids in broad daylight.
Elke persoon hier wat ons vriende is, het net vir daai rede gekom. Hulle het nie gekom omdat hulle meer geld gaan maak. Hulle het die geleentheid gevat. Ek het vriende in Kalifornië, 2 broers wat en albei van hulle enigste beweegrede was omdat hulle meer veiligheid vir hulle gesin soek.
My family, my friends, they all wished us well, and subsequent to us leaving, they had told us, don't make the mistake of coming back.
Jou rede hoekom jy uit die land uit gaan in die eerste plek. Party mense hou nie daarvan nie, hulle wil terug gaan huis toe. Ons is happy, so dis ons lewe hier. So sukkel om aan te pas weer in die Suid-Afrikaanse gemeenskap.
En die mense wat kom kuier sê vir my dat dis beter om nie terug te gaan nie, want soos ek Suid-Afrika gelos het, onthou hom so. Dit was baie beter as hoe hy nou lyk.
Ons sien nie dat ons weer in Suid-Afrika sal bly nie. Vir geen ander rede op hierdie stadium is dat ons familie is nou hier.
Possibly, to retire, maybe. Depends on the political and security situation.
I don't know. I don't think, not with the present climate that's there. Never forgive myself if we went back to live and then something must happen to the family.
Maar ek sal teruggaan. Suid-Afrika is vir my mooi.
Ek weet nie of ek dit sal seker vir my moeilik wees want ek is ouer en om weer nou daar in die nuwe Suid-Afrika te gaan aanpas. Sal vir my baie moeilik wees.
And I always said, if I win the lottery, I'm buying a beautiful house on Cape Town Beach, and that's where I'm going. So, yes, if I had the opportunity, but like I said, I think having made my life here now, it would be kind of like immigrating again for me.
And it's kind of come to my realization that South Africa will always be home. You know, we might have our issues, but what you've learned certainly over the last 10 years is that, you know, politicians do what politicians do.
South Africa is a beautiful country, and I would move back there any day if the opportunities were there and I could guarantee the safety of my family. I would move back.
But if Helen Ziller had to get that country right in 10 years' time, and I could feel that I could live there safely, I would go back, because I'm a true South African. I love the country. I love the Kruger National Park.
Waar ek nog altyd hoop gehad het ek sê vir haar het ek hoop verloor. En iets wat ek in die verlede nooit sou gesê het nie. Maar dit lyk nou maar vir my asof Suid-Afrika ook maar gly in 'n Afrika staat. En dis onvermydelik.
But that's what my friend is worried about now too, because he's got 2 kids, and the one's 10 and the other one's turning 13. And of course he's worried about their futures.
That we can't keep saying, yes, but you did this to me. Yes, but we've got to get past that, and we've got to say, it's a good country. How do we build it in a way that everybody has a chance? And we're going to have to get over our points of view, exactly the same as it is here. We're going to have to create a new world going forward, where everybody can. And I'm a great believer in yes, we can.
To us, we could see similar telltale signs that were creeping in that we'd seen before in Zimbabwe, and I just hate to think that it's going to go the same way. I mean, I hope it doesn't. But certainly there were definite signs that history was repeating itself.
I don't think that the country is going to fix itself in the next 20 years. I'd say at least 20 years from now we have an idea of how far along it's come and how far along it needs to go. I don't believe that it would be in my lifetime that I would see it.
The poor people that live in the shacks and that sort of stuff, have they stopped one day to look back since 94 to see if anything has really bettered for them? I don't think so.
And I'd like to say, yes, it's going to change, but I don't see the change happening. It's sad.
I think it's gotten to the point where everyone is so fed up and so gutful of all the crap going on that something's going to spark.
As almal in Suid-Afrika regtig sou kon net experience weer wat vryheid is, wat dit regtig is om vry te leef in terme van nie bekommerd te wees dat jy aangeval gaan word nie en al daai klas van goed nie, dan sal Suid-Afrika se mense verander.
How could South Africa improve? Why couldn't it be a little better place and a safer place?
Ek dink jy kan altyd hoop dat Suid-Afrika gaan weer beter word, maar ek dink nie dit sal ooit wees wat dit was nie, maar jy kan altyd hoop vir dit.
But if people can start moving and coming together and uniting, I think that's a big thing. Uniting as a country.
Van my oogpunt, Suid-Afrika bly 'n land van geloof, 'n land met 'n toekoms. Sodra die dissiplines en verantwoordelikhede van 'n demokratiese stelsel goed genoeg deur die bevolking verstaan word.
If you're going toward the future, if you keep blaming the past, you'll never get to that future if all you do is keep dwelling on the past. The past is gone. Apartheid's been gone for a while now.
Rugby is bietjie moeilik om altyd te kyk.
Ek mis die mooi. Ek mis die mooi wat jy wakker word, hoef jy nie te soek vir iets moois nie. In Suid-Afrika is die land is mooi, die mense is mooi.
Some things just lie deep in your heart. Rugby, cricket.
But the bush is just something that is really special to us, so that's what we really miss. And of course the family.
I miss the beauty I miss Kirstenbosch. It's one of my absolute favorite places on earth. Boulders Beach is one of my favorite places on earth.
Pap en sous. Nooit was pap en sous so lekker soos hier nie. Net pap en sous en bors.
Ja. Met Suid-Afrika sal maar altyd altyd 'n sagte plek in jou hart hê.
Things you grow up with as a kid, and you just get so used to having them, and then you don't get them here. Peppermint crisp.
But my son is back in South Africa right now.
Blobilla. Blobilla!
Die Kaap, o genade, dit is dan mooi. En natuurlijk familie, o genade, ek wens ek kan my familie weer sien.
Just missing people with similar background, similar thought processes, similar education, actually feeling that sense of belonging.